Alright, so this is Larry in action. He's Unimat Emco DB200 lathe somewhere. I don't know for certain, but I want to say somewhere like 50s to 60s to 70s, 30s, 40s, somewhere in there. I'd have to look him up. I think he's got a number stamped on him somewhere, but for now, it's just my friend, so I got everything about as good as I'm gonna get it. All these threaded rods are in pretty good shape, but I might replace them. They all have just... it's not a good test, but this one's pretty good. This one does have a little bit of backlash in and out. I get a little bit of chatter. But what I want to do... I've been trying to get a brass knob I'm making here to make these a little easier to turn before I can get a power feed installed. I've got this one done down quite a bit, but did not like, if I can get it to focus, did not like how that end quite turned out, so I want to smooth it over a little bit. So get my tool. I'm not a machinist. This is my first time using a metal lathe. I've watched tons of videos. I just kind of guess. So I'm going to take this carbide point, give it a little 45-degree rake or so to the actual surface I'm cutting. So I want the workpiece to be flat across, and I want it to smooth out all of these kind of gross ridges and bumps, and it's a little sharp. So stick that in my 3-jaw chuck. I've just got a couple of pieces of brass rod I cut down to use as the whatever the hell you would call this, the chuck tighteners. I find 2 holes that are pretty close together. I always forget which way is which, so I give it a little, let's tighten. So I push, oh, shit. Well, I just lost one of them. I'm never gonna find that again. Okay. We'll use an Allen key. So, one's going up, one's going down. And I really don't over tighten it. You'd be surprised how little strength you actually need to keep it there while you're cutting it. I got a pretty sharp brand new bit in here too. I got these months ago. Did not even know I'd be buying this lathe. I was using these, gonna try to use them as a drill bit to chamfer out some metal holes I was drilling. Didn't work, so they're all pretty much brand new. But I'll move this up pretty close to where I want it so that I don't have to fuck with it too much while it's running. Bring this in, just sight it in by eye. And then you can see some magic. I've got the most fucked up tripod set up here, so just gotta work with how we can. I think that's a little bit of a better view. So, toss on the old safety squints. And then I just got the original motor and switch hooked up still, so now so far I found bringing it in and then across has been the best result for finishing passes. So bring it in just a little bit, and then just with one hand, slowly bring this in until I hear it engage. So need a little bit more in. Give it another turn, and I'm going to hold this one in place to fight out that backlash, maybe a little less. And then in. Should start. Oh, you know what? That is my stupidity. I did not tighten this down, so I'm going to turn it off. And give it a couple of love taps with the hammer to move it over. And stick it right about where we want to be. Tighten it down. I did not have the original T-nut that's in here. I don't know what kind of fucked up bolts Emco was using. I just got a whole bunch of M6s, and then I took one of these M5 T-slot nuts, and I tapped out the M5 to an M6. I've just been using that. I haven't had a single... This thing is rock solid. Granted, I'm only cutting brass, but I can't imagine it would be too much different with anything else I'm likely to cut. I don't think I'll be working steel on this. Probably just brass and maybe some fine metals in the future if I ever hit the lottery. But this is all locked in now. I have noticed this table, this table likes to wallow a little back and forth if you don't tighten up this. So we'll do that, because we're going to be at about the same depth. I'm not too worried about having to move in or out. I'm going to line this up while it's off again. Turn it on. And we'll do another cut. Maybe I can even zoom in. So, you'll see this should go in, and just the smallest cut. Just trying to kiss the surface. A little bit back, that's fine. Bring it in a bit or more, and I'm going to hold it again, just to fight the backlash. Doing this until whatever run out that we're cutting is cut away. I'm sure this is an issue with the machine, having a little bit of a loosey-goosey tolerance, but hell is good. Cool. So, hold it tight. Bring that back a little. Shut it off. Just feeling that. Hook my peepers on it. Oh, that looks a lot better. There is a bit of a nub in the middle of it. I don't like the way that looks, so while I got it here, I'm going to toe in my cutting attachment just a tad. Because I want to be able to get the point of this in the tiny little pocket that I got cut in the end here. It's all for looks. None of this is like functional, so it doesn't really matter how pretty it looks, but it does to me. So I got this set here, just taking a dry pass, so to say, making sure I can get in there while it's off. I'll wind this back to my starting position, so I know I just have to go in and then back. Switch on machine, and we will gently go in, kiss the edge so we know we're lined up, and slowly work it across. Again, a little rub-a-dub-dub, maybe a little more. That looks pretty good. Just go straight back here. And I think that's about as pretty as we're going to get. So I can grab my makeshift keys here. I think that's what these are called, is keys. Switch it around. We got these two next to each other. We pushed them away to tighten, so we're going to do it actually like that. Now, you can see this surface is a lot nicer to look at. It's not as jagged. And the inside of that pocket is cleaned out too.